Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman. Sighed the vicious sake. I have saved you, cried the woman. And you've bitten me, heavens, why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
Anne Frank staat erop en de namen van heel veel andere kinderen. Van jongens, meisjes, van mannen en van vrouwen.
Dit monument zegt 102.163 keer nee. Wij vergeten jullie niet. Nee, het kwaad heeft niet het laatste woord. Ieder van hen was iemand. En vandaag krijgen zij hun naam terug.
Meer dan 102.000 namen staan er dus op de stenen van het nieuwe monument. Ze zijn van Nederlandse Joden, Roma en Sinti die zijn vermoord in de Tweede Wereldoorlog. Toen was Adolf Hitler aan de macht in Duitsland. Hij bezette een groot deel van Europa, ook Nederland. Hij liet Joodse mensen oppakken en naar concentratiekampen brengen. De meeste van hen kwamen niet meer terug. Zij werden vermoord. Het waren vooral Joden, maar ook Sinti en Roma. Dit wordt de holocaust genoemd. Zo'n 6 miljoen mensen zijn op deze manier om het leven gekomen.
Meine Mutter, die wurde auch noch ich glaube, im Zweiten Weltkrieg geboren. Dritter Weltkrieg, oder?
Des Konzentrationslagers Sachsenhausen, das effizienteste KZ, was ein ideales KZ sozusagen, was es überhaupt gab.
Ich stelle mir das vor, wie in so einem Altenheim, da sind schon so ganz viele Gänge und ganz viele Räume, aber es ist schon Licht und die Wände sind so schön angemalt und es ist schon so, man kann sich schon so wohlfühlen, aber
ich dachte so, mein Opa hat damit gar nichts mehr zu tun und dann war auf dieser Medaille so ein Hakenkreuz und ich dachte so, oh nein. Dann hatte ich plötzlich ein ganz anderes Bild von dem Thema. Ich habe halt gedacht, dass Hitler eigentlich gar nichts Böses wollte.
Mal ganz im Ernst, 90% der Flüchtlinge sind Männer. Im Alter von 20 bis 30 Jahren.
Warum blond und blauäugig?
Weiß nicht.
schämen sich die Deutschen heutzutage zu Hitler?
Die Partei wird für alle Zukunft die politische Führungsauslese des deutschen Volkes sein. Sie wird in ihrer Lehre unveränderlich, in ihrer Organisation stahlhart, in ihrer Taktik schmiegsam und anpassungsfähig, in Gesamtbild aber wie ein Orden sein.
Keep on going, and as the expression goes, I mean, I'm a little embarrassed to say it, to be honest with you, but I'm going to say it because a lot of people do say it. We will fight, fight, fight. We're going to fight for our country. We're going to fight for our country. And together we will save this country, we will restore the Republic, and America's future will be bigger, better, bolder, brighter, happier, stronger, freer and greater and more united than ever before. Our country will be united. You'll watch, you'll watch. You know, we had the most successful country ever, maybe in the world during my term. We had the greatest economy that we've ever had.
Es ist unser Wunsch und Wille, dass dieser Staat und dieses Reich bestehen sollen in den kommenden Jahrtausenden. Wir können glücklich sein zu wissen, dass diese Zukunft restlos uns gehört.
And together with the great people of Pennsylvania, we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you, Pennsylvania. God bless you. God bless you, Pennsylvania.
Es lebe die nationalsozialistische Bewegung! Es lebe Deutschland!
Wenn das deutsche Volk die Judenherrschaft in seinem Lande brach, so befreit es sich damit aus der wirtschaftlichen, geistigen und politischen Versklavung durch eine bluts- und damit wesensfremde Rasse. Die Judenfrage ist aber nicht nur eine Frage des deutschen Volkes. Der Ablauf des Geschehens in der Welt sagt jedem, der sich der Wahrheit nicht verschließen will, dass die Judenfrage schon seit langem zur Frage der ganzen Menschheit geworden ist. Der Völkerfriede wird erst dann in die Welt gekommen sein, wenn dem Nutznießer der Kriege die Möglichkeit für immer genommen ist, die Völker gegeneinander zu hetzen. Wer sehend geworden ist, der weiß, ohne Lösung der Judenfrage keine Erlösung der Menschheit.
Save our country. This is really about saving our country. It's never been like this. When you look at the crime, look at the crime. Look at the people that are coming in, murderers. 13,099 murders let in over the last short period of time.
They put me in chains everywhere, around my stomach, on my hands, my feet. Then they put me in a van and drove me to the detention center in Satenko.
Murderers that have been released from penitentiaries, prisons, jails, released into our country. Crime rates all over the world are down. They're taking their gang members and their criminals, they're taking their people in jail, and they're releasing them into our country. We can't have it. You know, we just can't have it. How do you get more simple than that? They're releasing murderers, they're releasing drug dealers, they're releasing gang members and criminals, human traffickers. Mostly they traffic in women, and they're releasing them all into our country, and they're emptying their jails. And
there was no heads up. Next thing you know, I'm taken, and for 2 weeks haven't been told anything, moved in different cells, sleeping on cement, sleeping in different jail cells. Like, it just, nothing makes sense to me.
Crime rates in Venezuela are way down because, you know, but it's not only in South America, it's all over the world, in Africa, the Congo. There are a lot of people coming out of the Congo in Africa. They're coming out from Asia. They're coming out from the Middle East, Yemen. They're coming out from Yemen. A lot of people coming out of Yemen, and they're known terrorists, and they just release them into our country from countries unknown also. They know nothing about the people. Oh, go right in. These people are crazy. And we have to win. We'll stop it immediately, and we will, look, it will.
Every lever of his executive authority and his constitutional authority within the bounds of the immigration laws of our country to ensure that our streets are safer for law-abiding American citizens. And this administration is focused on detaining, arresting, and deporting illegal criminal aliens.
Be a big deportation. We're going to deport these people. We're going to get them out of our country immediately, or we won't have it.
And when I let my goons take away Medicaid, it's Joe Biden's fault. And when the country's stability became insane, it's Joe Biden's fault. It's Joe Biden's fault. All of it. It's Joe Biden's fault. On his time, it's Joe Biden's fault. I'm calling it. It's Joe Biden's fault. Wasn't mine.
The first Nazi book burnings took place on May 10, 1933, across 34 university towns. Around 25,000 books were reduced to ash, works by Jewish, liberal, and un-German authors. Within 5 years, 18 entire categories of books were banned, totaling over 4,000 titles and more than 500 authors. Among them, the writings of Jewish poet Heinrich Heine, who once warned, "Where they burn books, they will also ultimately burn people." These weren't isolated events. They were coordinated acts of censorship, a systematic attempt to erase dissent, control thought, and build institutions that served ideology, not truth.
Educators, elected officials, clergy, and Maryland residents came out to the Naval Academy to say shame on you for banning books.
This is our time to make it clear that we care. What message does this send to the future leaders of our military?
The U.S. Naval Academy removing nearly 400 books from its library. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's office ordered the Academy to review and get rid of ones that promote diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Works acclaimed by authors like Maya Angelou, and historical texts about civil rights, the Holocaust, and military heroes who fought for this country.
In early 2025, the U.S. government threatened to cut federal funding to universities like Columbia and Harvard. They accused schools of failing to prevent anti-Semitic harassment and issued a list of demands. Columbia was told to hand over control of discipline to the university president, ban face coverings, and empower law enforcement to remove student protesters. Departments like Middle Eastern and African Studies were to be placed under direct government oversight for at least 5 years. Meanwhile, Harvard received its own list. Eliminate diversity programs, give hiring and admissions data to the government, submit to federal audits, and report foreign students who break visa rules. Across the nation, universities are being reshaped, not by academic freedom, but by political decree.
Italien ist durch die geniale schöpferische Tätigkeit eines gestaltenden Mannes zu einem neuen Imperium geworden. Sie, Benito Mussolini, werden in diesen Tagen mit eigenen Augen aber die Tatsache am nationalsozialistischen Staat festgestellt haben. Auch Deutschland ist in seiner volklichen Haltung und seiner militärischen Stärke wieder eine Weltmacht.
Mussolini declared his loyalty to Hitler for better or for worse. It was his virtual surrender to Hitler, the man he had despised.
Unsere beiden großen Völker, die an Menschen die gewaltige und wachsende Masse von 115 Millionen betragen, zusammenstehen in einer einzigen unerschütterlichen Entschlossenheit.
I was really being tough, and so was he. And we would go back and forth, and then we fell in love, okay? No, really. He wrote me beautiful letters, and they're great letters. We fell in love. But you know what? Now they'll say, Donald Trump said they fell in love. How horrible. How horrible is that? So unpresidential.
Thank you. Mr. President, you tweeted this morning that it's U.S. foolishness, stupidity, and the Mueller probe that is responsible for the decline in U.S. relations with Russia. Do you hold Russia at all accountable for anything in particular? And if so, what would you consider them that they are responsible for?
Yes, I do. I hold both countries responsible. I think that the United States has been foolish. I think we've all been foolish. We should have had this dialogue a long time ago. a long time, frankly, before I got to office. And I think we're all to blame. I think that the United States now has stepped forward along with Russia, and we're getting together, and we have a chance to do some great things, whether it's nuclear proliferation in terms of stopping, because we have to do it. Ultimately, that's probably the most important thing that we can be working on. Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to have a friend of mine, because we went through this together and got along very well for my entire period of time. So I knew him as a very young man. Now he's just a young man. And he's done a fantastic job. Mr. President, it's an honor to have you. Thank you. You're doing incredibly for your country. And we appreciate working with you, because you want to stop crime, and so do we. And it's very, very effective. And I want to just say hello to the people of El Salvador and say they have one hell of a president.
Do you, Mr. President, think that Vladimir Putin is taking advantage of the U.S. pause right now on intelligence and military aid to Ukraine?
No, I actually think he's doing what anybody else would do. I think he wants to get it stopped and settled, and I think he's hitting them harder than he's been hitting them. And I think probably anybody in that position would be doing that right now. He wants to get it ended, and I think Ukraine wants to get it ended, but I don't see, it's crazy. They're taking tremendous punishment.
Ever since the election campaign started, he stopped talking about Canada becoming the 51st state, at least publicly. I'm wondering if that's on purpose and why.
I would reject the president's position on Canada has shifted. The president still maintains his position on Canada. The United States has been subsidizing Canada's national defense, and he believes that Canadians would benefit greatly from becoming the 51st state of the United States of America.
In a shocking development, multiple reports suggest that U.S. President Donald Trump has directed the Pentagon to draft plans for a military operation to seize the Panama Canal. This move, described by critics as a blatant act of imperialism, has sparked global concerns over U.S. interventionism, the erosion of Panama's sovereignty, and the potential for escalating tensions between Washington and Beijing. The plan is allegedly motivated by the need to counter growing Chinese influence in Panama and to secure a strategic asset that has historically been vital to American military and economic interests.
Greenland for national security and even international security, and we're working with everybody involved to try and get it. One way or the other, we're going to get it.